Hello, right. So it's Sunday Psychic Live, and I've made it. I really thought for several horrible moments it wasn't going to work. We had no internet here at 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock central. So sorry about that because I did advertise that time, but the internet is so sketchy at the moment. It really is. Hmm. So there, quick drink of water. And we'll just adjust this a little bit and we'll see if anyone comes in. I hope someone comes in. You know, it's been just crazy storms, right? I've never known it like this. We get these storms all the time. Sam is here. Hello, Sam. Thanks so much for being here and supporting the channel as ever. Twainer is here too. Hi to you. Yeah, I'm glad I'm on too. So I'm really delighted because I was wondering. It's really like, I suppose it's climate change, you know. It just never used to be like this, but it gets more like it every year. And we just keep getting mad storms when it's supposed to be summer. Anyway, April is here, Sandy S is here. Hi, folks. Sharon Lee, Foxbuck. Really great to see you guys. It really is. Sharon Sipe is with us. Gail K in the place. Beverly Spencer. Wow, Sandy, you got your garden planted today. That's great. I did some planting this afternoon, actually, and I think they've probably got washed away now. But I had some beetroot seedlings that I'd already planted the beetroot and filled the row up, and I had nowhere to put them. And I found this big container that I'd forgotten about. So I planted beetroot in a container. Don't know if that's going to work, but I certainly hope it does. Nancy Cornett, hi to you. Don't think we've met before, Nancy. My apologies if we have and I've forgotten, but you seem quite unforgettable. Hi, Rick Gonzalez. Great stuff. People are turning up. This is what we like. Buffalo, New York. Weather had to wait until last frost. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, we've been lucky with frost. I haven't had any frost for a couple of weeks. It has killed my potatoes several times, and the leaves like shrivel up and go brown. And then nothing happens for a little while. And then slowly green leaves start appearing in the middle. And I just hope it's not going to frost again. But you just never know in West Wales at the moment. You really don't. Sam says hello and welcome to all you lovely people. Yeah, that's my sentiments exactly. Really nice people in this group, I know. And maybe one or two new people with this evening, I hope. And I've done it again. I've said this evening. Because it's this evening in the UK, but it's the middle of the day in the States, and it's the middle of the day in Canada, and it's kind of late night in Syria where Salma is, but maybe Salma will be able to get on. I don't know. Where is Marcy? Well, she was here a minute ago. I hope she will appear very soon. That's all I can say. Let's start things off with a Moonology card. Okay. Thanks everyone who supported the Moonology reading the other day. Well, it was Moonology and Tarot. Seemed to go down very well. And I do like this deck, actually. This is what it looks like. Really nice deck and really positive and actually very strong psychically. You know, it supports what you do as a psychic. It has that kind of information and it works really well. I can't explain it. Hi, Beverly Spencer, by the way. And hi, someone else. It's Christina Alvarez. Hello. Chat's moving very quick. Yeah, I hope Tinkerbell's going to turn up this evening as well, or this afternoon. But she is up there. There she is, in the top corner of the screen. Excuse me. And that was her first birthday, I believe, or her second birthday. I think it was her first birthday. So let's set the ball rolling with the Moonology card. And this is for absolutely everyone watching right now. And hello, Jane. I know not often you get the chance to be here, but I'm really glad you're with us right now. The energy is gaining momentum, it says, and it's a waxing moon. And we have actually got a waxing moon at the moment. The moon is actually on the way up, on the rise. So that moon energy is gathering momentum. You know, the psychic strength of things is growing and growing. And maybe I couldn't get on last Sunday because it was right at the end of waning and we were coming into the new moon and there wasn't much energy. Maybe I'm always looking for some kind of reason. There's always a reason for everything, isn't there? Let's face it. Hello, Harry's mum. Nice to see you. And Adrienne is with us. Hello, Adrienne. Hope your day is good. And I guess it's the middle of the afternoon with you too. And it's Sunday, but are you working today, Adrienne? Because I know sometimes you get kind of drawn into that whole thing of working, which is a tricky one on a Sunday, but someone's got to do it, I guess. And Christina says, Andy, there have been so many doves around for the last week. And the last time there was a hummingbird that almost came in and hit me. What does this mean for me? Wow. I'm not totally sure, Christina. What I'm going to do is pull a card on that in just a second. So let's put your question on the screen so we can all see it. I do actually, I get things happening with birds for me too here because this is right in the middle of nature, in the middle of nowhere, people-wise, but it's like bird central, really. And sometimes there are buzzards and kites, really basically hawks. There are a lot of hawks around, which are very significant in Native American mythology. And, it usually means something. If I'm driving and any of the hawks suddenly appear in front of the car and fly along in front of me for a bit and then disappear, something usually happens, but I haven't got the full measure of it yet. Doves, of course, are a sign of peace, and they're also very symbolic of the soul, the ascension of the soul. A hummingbird, I don't know so much really, but sounds like it almost hit you in the face. So it was obviously trying to get your attention. Let's open up the Ascended Masters cards. I'm drawn to these, strangely drawn to these. I really am. Yeah, you've seen hawks too. This happens. Beverly, I'll have a look into that. I will have a look into that for you, most certainly. Okay, let's do this one for Christina. What is the meaning of the doves and the hummingbirds? Right, freedom. Right. Now, I don't know if hummingbirds symbolize freedom, but that is what's going on at the moment. I'll bring the card back a bit so it fits into the screen, and I'll bring it up close so you can take a closer look. It's all about freedom. And it's Hina. Hina is what it's all about. I'm just taking a close look and reading into this. And what would be a great thing would be if you could relax. And I guess that's the significance of the doves then. Okay, because they're all about ascension. They're also about love. And of course, in a very big way, the dove is a very powerful symbol of peace. And we all need more peace in our lives. We really do. And I think that goes for absolutely everyone. Some of us more than others. Some people have a very high stress life. I am blessed not to have a high stress life. I've got a bit of stress at the moment, actually, because my daughter's coming to stay day after tomorrow, and it's her birthday tomorrow. She will be 21. It's her 21st. So lots of preparations going on for that. But normally I don't get much stress, so I'm pretty lucky there. But look, we've got a lot of blue, in this card, and it's the kind of blue that indicates spiritual connection. When it's turquoise, it's all about speaking your truth, and that is always an important thing. But Christina, this is much more like the lapis lazuli color of blue, which means spiritual connection. So your connections really are going to be very much empowered if you heed what the doves are telling you and actually take a rest. I hope that helps you. I truly believe, and this is the very strong psychic feeling that I get, is that the hummingbird was just to kind of make you pay more attention to the doves as much as anything. But there you go. Nature is amazing. We're talking about the cats, Marcy and Tinkerbell, and I'm sure a lot of you have got pets, actually. So we tend to be cat people on this channel, quite a lot of us anyway. And God bless you if you've got a dog, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that, or an elephant, or a giraffe. It's up to you. But I'm a cat man, man. I'm a cat gentleman. And maybe Cat Mama Meow will join us a bit later. I don't know. I hope she does. But I often notice with my cats and with animals in general that they're kind of very much more psychically turned on than the human race, because they're never actually taught to dismiss any of these things as being meaningless. Which sadly seems to be a big part of upbringing for a lot of people when they're children. It's okay to have fairies and stuff till you're 4 or 5, and then people start trying to, knock that stuff out of you. And it's a great shame, I think we spend the rest of our lives trying to get it back. actually, because something about children, like animals, they're very much turned on to the truth. So all the animals around us, they've got something to tell us. You know, they've got something to tell us. And a hummingbird wouldn't question for 1 minute if it got the urge to fly into your face. And it wouldn't know why, but it would know that's what it had to do. So that was what it had to do. And that has happened. Aspie Third Eye, I was adopted by 2 feral cats in residence ever since. Great. Guess they realised humans could be domesticated. Yes, and it's not easy, is it, to domesticate us human beings? Martin958, hi to you. Thanks for joining. Jane is a cat person, always had cats. Me too, actually. We had a cat in the house when I was very small. And sadly, she passed away when I was very small. I can hardly remember her, but I've always been a cat person since then. I really have. And Gayla's got Tiger Lily, Tig to her friends. Yeah, they're very tigery, aren't they, cats? Ollie Deshane's got 2 cats and 2 dogs. 2 cats with Harry's mum. Great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. Okay. Enjoying these comments, I really am. Okay, going to come to Twainer in just a second, but Sam says, tell us about your daughter, Twiggy. Does she watch your YouTube too? Well, no, she doesn't, as far as I know. I don't believe she actually watches it. I'm just not cool enough for a 21-year-old, especially when it's my own daughter. You know, like how weird would that seem? Maybe I can drag her on, though, because she does read the tarot. And she's called Lily with an I on the end, Lili, which is the Welsh way of spelling it. And we named her that because the Lily Wen Fach is the snowdrop flower, which is the first flower that comes out after winter. And it's called the flower of hope in the Welsh tradition. And so that's why we called her Lily. Great stuff. Right, Twainer. Andy, spirit message, please. Thank you. Okay, Twainer. Right. Just going to pick up my cards first. But before I do a card, I'm going to sort of open the box and just contemplate. Twainer. I can see your house. Your house by water. And yet again, I'm seeing it like as if it's by like a stream or a creek or something. Not a really massive river, but definitely something like a river. You know, a streak or a creek, a stream or a creek, a streak or a cream, a stream or a creek, and it's running into a lake. And Twainer, I wonder, do you actually kind of do you do artistic stuff? Do you ever like draw pictures of this house as you're trying to manifest it, Twainer? It always looks like a pencil drawing whenever I see it. And I'm starting to think that might be significant because otherwise I guess I'll just see a house. If you don't draw it, maybe you should. Or maybe you should kind of plan it out in your own mind. There's definitely something about manifesting this house that's coming. And the answer is yes, you do. Well, that is absolutely great. That is absolutely great. Well, the card I've drawn for you on this, Twainer, is Hilarion, and it's Divine Healing. Now, I just know it's going to be a very healing thing for you to actually find that house when it comes along. I strongly believe it's on its way. But keep drawing it and keep picturing, you know, just how you want it to be. This card says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. And it also says your light can support others. And I just know it can, Twainer, actually, because you're a great supporter of this channel, Twainer. I really appreciate it. And I know you support Sheila as well. And I don't know who else. Well, you support your partner, of course. You support a lot of people in your community. This I know. There's lots of stuff I don't know about you, Twainer, but you're definitely a very supportive person. But now there is the message, right? There's lots of stuff Spirit don't yet know about exactly how you want this house to be. Now, it's a very wise thing to just leave it to fate and wait and see what comes in. But your angels would like to know exactly what you want, Twainer, and there would be nothing at all selfish, shall we say, in asking them about that. So thanks for your question, Twainer, and thanks as always for your help and support. Aspie Third Eye is with us. Hello. Hi, Cat May. Cat May is here. Hi to you. Gosh, Right, I don't notice these things in the scrolling until I have a look. Okay. Now then, Sandy, you just asked about your back surgery. Okay, we'll do a card. I think you asked for that a minute ago as well, actually. So there we go. This is what you sometimes have to do, guys, is type your question in again. So if you can somehow mouse over it or tap it and copy it when you type it the first time, then it's easier to paste it in the second time, because that's kind of how this rolls. But Sandy is asking a card, if possible, and it is possible, Sandy, about my back, possible back surgery. Right. Right. Angel card required for this, I think. That's where my hand wandered to, and that's what I'm now looking at. Okay, Tony Carmine Salerno, wonderful, wonderful psychic artist working out of Blue Angel Galleries in Australia. So let's have a shuffle and see what we get for Sandy. Your possible back surgery. I actually feel, right, that I think it's going to take quite a while. There's going to be a delay of some sort before it can actually happen for you, Sandy. I do believe it's going to happen, though. Okay. Now, here's the thing, right? We've got a dove. It's Archangel Raziel, or Raziel, see? It says Divine Mystery, and we've got a dove. So we're back with the idea of doves again. So this is all about finding peace. Now, this is going to help you a lot because, oh, hi, Danny, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Right, what needs to happen, Sandy, is both approaches, right? We tend to think we'll either do spiritual healing or we'll go into hospital and have an operation or something, you know, clinical procedure like that. And what you actually need to do is think about that idea that anything to do with spiritual healing tends to be called complementary medicine, because I do see that there will be surgery on your back. I also see it's going to take quite a while for that to come through. So the thing to do is as much relaxation as you possibly can, okay? And just contemplate that divine mystery that's showing in the card that I've now spilt. No, I haven't. I thought I'd spilt it on the floor, but I haven't. Just contemplate the divine mystery. That's what it's really, really all about, okay? And that is going to just, it's going to decrease any anxious feelings, and any kind of anxious feelings really, really adds to a thing like back pain, because that's where it manifests. Not only because it has that direct link to the brain, but also because that's just where tension turns up, you know, when we feel tense. So try and let go of that tension as much as you possibly can, Sandy. Maybe even look at some of the amazing guided meditations there are on YouTube, and just you know, nice long breaths. They do two things when you take a long breath. One is it slows your breathing down, which slows everything down and just makes you a lot more relaxed. And the other thing is, as your breath is slowing down, you can kind of feel a bit of a pulse. If there's any tension, it makes you aware of tension, and that makes it that much more easy to release. So Sandy, I'm sure we all send you healing and love and light, and really, really hope that goes well for you. You're saying I do a lot of meditation and some yoga. Great stuff. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, Sandy, most definitely. In this moonlight, hi to you. Thanks for joining us. Great stuff. Nom de Plume is here as well. This is brilliant stuff. This is great, guys. I didn't actually think I was going to get on properly today. I tried and I tried, and I just wasn't getting anywhere. But there we go. I finally got on at the last minute when I least expected it. Nom de Plume. Hi, Andy. Hi, Nom de Plume. How will my day go at the polls on election day? I am working as the judge of elections for my precinct. Wow. Well, I'm not going to try and call the outcome of the election, right? But what sort of day is it going to be? I'm being shown rain, and I was shown sunshine, and I was going to say it's a nice sunny day, and then I was shown rain as well. So it's going to be, you know, changeable weather. It's going to put people off. I'm feeling that there isn't going to be a radically high turnout there. But let's do a card. I don't know why. I don't know what a card can tell me about that, but I'm being totally told to pick up a card here and pull that one for you. Okay. Are you concerned, may I ask, Gnome de Plume? Are you concerned that, you know, some people might dislike you for being part of the election? Because I don't feel that's the case. I don't feel that's anything to worry about, but I do feel there's some concerns there about that. What card have we got? Keepers of the Earth. Right. Now, there's a good message here. You are not alone. If I bring it up close, you can perhaps see that. You are not alone. Looks mighty fuzzy in the screen to me. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Let's just back up a bit so you can actually see the picture there. Right. So now then, not me personally. I worry about the voters having attitude and bringing trouble. I can well imagine. But this card is saying you're not alone. Okay. And so this means, okay, you might be physically alone somewhere around that place when you're actually doing that job on that day, but you will have the angels with you. And as it says here, ancient ancestors are always standing beside you. They will look out for you. Okay. And it's worth mentioning again, I think, in fact, I'm sure, that every one of us has a gatekeeper. You know, some people are mediums, some people are healers, some people take no notice of it whatsoever. But every living creature actually has a gatekeeper in the spirit world. And if you actually just in your mind's eye sort of prayerfully ask for your gatekeeper to act as a gatekeeper to anything kind of unpleasant, anything difficult, any aggravation, as it were, to be kept to a minimum, then it will be. But I'm being told it won't be a massive turnout. Okay, I don't feel you're going to be swamped with people. I do have a feeling that it's all going to go very smoothly, Gnome de Plume. So, you know, you're in my thoughts, you're in my prayers, you all are all the time, and I hope that helps you. And thanks very much for your question. Best of luck with you. As Twainer says, if you're interested in a reading, please email me at 35and83@gmail.com. That is down there in the description. If you're watching on a mobile device, you might have to tap the little chevron. I think it's over this side, kind of just down there, bottom of that side of the screen. There's a little chevron pointing down. If you tap that, the description will open up and it's got my email address there if you'd like a private reading or if you'd just like to get in touch, which you're very welcome to do. And it also has the address down there for my coffee page. That is ko-fi.com/twig. And that's, you know, place to go if you'd like to buy me a coffee, buy the channel a coffee, make a donation. Big thanks to all of you who make donations. Actually, I really, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, guys. It's really massively appreciated. And you can also take a look at some pictures of what's going on in my life, which hasn't changed a lot just lately because we keep having storms that knacker all my vegetable growing experiments that I'm always doing. Anyway, right, with that, we'll move on. Wicked Fairy. Twig Brother Family. I like that. I love that, actually. Andy, I'm curious what you can tell me about my relationship for the next 3 months as far as romance department goes. Okay. Well, I think what we'll do here is a 3-card tarot. I think that's what we'll do. I think that'll give us a good indication. Hi, Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Thanks so much for joining us, Sheila. Great, the gang's all here. The gang is really all here. This is wonderful. And by the way, let's expand the gang. Let's like grow the Twig Brother thing till it covers the whole face of the earth or something like that. Let's, you know, help me get the word out, guys. Share me around on your social media. It makes a massive difference. It really, really does. Okay, so what have we got? Ooh, this one comes up an awful lot just lately. I'm surprised how often. Well, I've got a card here, which I'll come to in a second, and it comes up an awful lot. You get this with cards sometimes. They're trying to tell you something all over and over again. I've no doubt. But there we go. That's 2. What have we got for card number 3? Okay. Right, I'll try not to give the game away until I've got the 3 cards out. Okay, card number 1, right? So this is for month number 1. I've asked for a card for each one of the next 3 months, Wicked Fairy. Okay, so this is all about your relationship for the next 3 months as far as the romance department goes. Number 2, the High Priestess. And this is not just an influence. I feel this actually represents you, Wicked Fairy, the High Priestess. Right, you've got to let love into your heart. Love is like Alice trying to get in through the window there. You've really got to let it in, and like try not to worry too much about what's going to happen when you let the love in. I'm not trying to blame you or anything. I think you've got very, very good reasons for being cautious, and goodness knows nobody wants to rush into a relationship. I did actually at some point yesterday find myself horrified when I discovered was it 90 Day Fiance or something. It's these people, this show where these people have to get engaged for 90 days and then get married. Scared the life out of me that people are taking relationships like that. It really did. Okay, but shows like that highlight the worst possible things. And those things happen because people tend to look at it at 90 days as the right length of time for an engagement, which it might be for some people, but it's not a blanket thing that after 90 days you've got to get married. Okay, and I don't feel anyone's rushing you at all, Wicked Fairy, right? So really be open to it, be psychically open to it, be mentally open to it, and be ready to welcome love into your heart because it's ready to happen. Things are ready to go to another level. We've now got, as the middle card, the 5 of Cups. And this would be maybe why you're not so happy about the idea. Oh, and thank you, by the way, Michael Stack. Can't quite read that, but thank you very much for that donation that's just come in through coffee.com. Really appreciate it. But yeah, Wicked Fairy in the middle here. We've got the 5 of Cups, and this is past hurt that's making it difficult for your relationship somehow to really go to the next level. You or the guy, whoever it is, has got to let go of that past hurt. It's vitally important to do that. It really is, okay? Because you've got 2 full cups down there on the floor where you can reach them instead of trying to reach up for the cups that have already been spilled. That's the middle card, so that's month number 2. Month number 3, good news, it's the 6 of Swords, and this shows things are going to improve. Regular viewers, probably including you, Wicked Fairy, will be very used to this card by now. The thing is, you're actually coming into much better waters, much less turbulent waters, much calmer, smoother waters. But you can't see it because your back is turned, and all you can actually see is the rough waters of the past. But you're moving out of them. That's the whole kind of psychological point of this relationship, really. There's always a reason why love grows between people, and I don't mean this in a cold way or anything, because it is magic, it is romantic, but it takes place in the human mind, and so psychology gets involved. So try and leave the past behind as best as you possibly can, Wicked Fairy. I wish you the best of luck with that. That was really one or other aspect of it that was indicated in each of the 3 cards. So that's the things to be dealing with over the next 3 months. Just like don't question it. Love is there for a reason. Just go forward, see what happens. And if there's something about the partner involved that you kind of feel you'd never be able to get over, just look at that person and visualize that person as being their highest, best self. Okay, and that person will transform before your eyes, because that is how it works. Yeah, donuts and sweets. The guy's looking forward to those. I'm really looking forward to those, Adrienne. Thanks so much. And I'll put that on the screen because I've got to talk about that for a second, actually. 1 or 2 people have very kindly asked me for my address because they'd like to send things to me. And Amazon was mentioned. Now, I have a problem with Amazon. I live so far from the main road, and it's in some of my videos, actually. You have to kind of turn off the main road, and you have to go along a bit and up the hill, turn around the corner, and you go up and down and round corners and past things and stuff. And where I actually live, the last bit of driving down to my house is a public footpath, which is only just wide enough to get a car down, can't really get a van down. And when people use Amazon, particularly if they've got Amazon Prime, the van absolutely can't get down, but the van absolutely has to get down, or the driver's going to lose their job. And what usually happens is they get hopelessly stuck, and I have to go and get a tractor from somewhere to pull them out. It takes them absolutely hours. And Amazon sometimes pick up on that and just say, sorry, we can't do that address. Other times they send someone down and it just all hell breaks loose. So this is why I'm, super kind of people, but I virtually never use Amazon for that reason, but if someone would like to send me something, give me a shout. I'll let you have my my personal address, and maybe it'll work then, because if you send it into transatlantic or whatever, if you send it internationally, that's the word I'm looking for, it will actually end up coming the last part of the journey by the Royal Mail. And I actually know the postman, they're friends of mine. There's a sorting office quite near where my house eventually joins the main road, and they can always get it through to me. So that's the way to go. But thanks so much, everyone. Hi, Cardamancy Mesquite. Nice to see you. Hello, Arlene Forney. Nice to see you too. GGB is here. This is wonderful news. Wonderful energy with GGB. Let's keep on motoring and get down here. And GGB says, Wicked Fairy, sometimes the past is like sticky gum on the bottom of your shoe on a hot day. Sometimes it comes off eventually. Sometimes you have to scrape it off intensely. Fact of life. Very good. Very wise. Excellent advice. And this is the great thing about these lives, I do what I do. And you guys are kind of busy in the background working on each other's problems and sending each other loving thoughts and healing thoughts. And that is great. That is the magic. That is what this is all about. Someone once apologized for that and said that, they hoped I didn't mind them doing a reading on the side. Not at all, guys. This is a spiritual meeting place. This is like a cosmic crossroads. That's how I like to think of it. Okay, Swaggy Star is with us. And hello, Swaggy Star. Is there anything specific coming in for me in the next month or so that I should welcome in? Okay, that is an interesting one. I'm going to do you a card in just a second, Swaggy Star. Before I do that, I'm going to reach down and get my magic potion of filtered water out of a Berkey filter. It's too late at night in UK to drink tea. I'll be up all night for drink tea. Before I pull that card, right, there are new things, experiences and physical things coming towards all of us all of the time, because life is a journey. Tomorrow is a different day to today, basically. There's always a progression going on. And so it's important to take the attitude that you're going to welcome in what's good and just take the attitude of pushing away what's not so good. There's something a witch taught me very early on in my psychic goings on, very early on. She said, if there's something that, a specific thing that you don't want to come in, or if you just want to make sure that everything is love and light around you, just kind of imagine a ring around yourself and just push that ring out, If you think someone's sending you ill will or something, make that ring a mirror on the outside, and then they'll get it back, whatever they were sending at you, which satisfies karma, and it's the best thing for everyone. But just generally speaking, we want to have the mental attitude of pushing away what doesn't suit, what doesn't serve, and actually asking for good things to come in. Okay, if you take that attitude, right, then good things will come in for you. Okay, I don't know about in the next month or so. I'm going to do a card about that now, but good things will come in if you invite them in and visualize and believe that they can actually be good things. Okay, let's see, what shall we do for cards? Keepers of the light. Keepers of the light. Here we are. Let's do this for Swaggy Star. Let's give them a quick shuffle and see what's happening. As Adrienne kindly points out, donations to this channel may indeed be made through the scrolling coffee link on the page there. And also, sorry, on the screen there. Also, down in the description, there is a link to my Ko-fi page. Always, always very welcome. And take a look at the Ko-fi page anyway, guys. You don't have to donate to look at it. There's pictures and stuff on there to look at. And sometimes I post astrology on there. I haven't done that for ages. It's kind of part of my plan. Right, what's coming in for you in the next month, Swaggy Star? Well, what I've got is Radar, Soul Flame. How cool is that? I'd like to get that card one of these days. Spirit. Okay. It says, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship, harmony, and healing. Right? So I can, for some reason, I've got an image of a bank in my head, Swaggy Star. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm seeing like a bank, but, you know, a money bank, not a hill, a money kind of a bank. And I thought I was going to get something financial here, but this is actually soul flame. So it's very soul level. Okay. But put out those good vibes. Try to attract the best towards you. And it's by, as the card says, rediscovering a lost part of yourself that you're going to experience relationship, harmony, and healing. Still don't see exactly what that's got to do with money, but it is very much law of attraction, Swaggy. So get your manifesting head on, my friend. Okay, because good things are trying to find you. That's what I'm being told. But you've got to really try and draw them in. You know, Sam will probably remember Reeves and Mortimer, which is a British TV show. And I apologise to our friends across the pond, which is most of you who won't get this, but they used to ask some questions. It's a quiz show. And one of the rounds was the dove from above round. And they'd have this really bad looking dove drawn on a piece of paper that would come down with these questions on it. And all the celebs, it was a celebrity quiz show, would have to go to make the dove come down. Sure, Sam. Yeah, Sam does remember that. Okay. But anyway, right. Look up Reeves and Mortimer Dove from Above on YouTube. Okay, if you really want to see that, you've got to beckon down that beautiful dove from above. That's what you've got to do. Okay. Right. Farid Gulazard. Hello. Hope I said your name right, my friend. What would you say about Xenon's feelings and moves towards me in the nearest future? He is Taurus. Hope to hear something good. Thanks. Okay. Righty tighty. Let's have a look. It feels like he has positive feelings, you know. I really feel it's positive. There's something kind of, the reason you're needing to ask that, Farid, is that there's some kind of block, okay? And we're going to do a tarot card now and see what we can find out about that block, see what's happening. Right, okay. Well, the card I've got for you on that is Judgment, right? And this means balance, really. It's a very old 15th century version of the word judgment. That's the meaning of it. It goes way beyond what we think about now, like judges in courts and using your judgment, that kind of thing. This is all about bringing things into balance, okay? Now, what we've got here, Xenon's feelings, or Xenon, hope I'm saying that right. Those feelings are very exaggerated, okay? When romantic things are going on, when love is in the air, it becomes very, very intense. And that is how people are attracted to each other. It's also, you know, people get a buzz for a new job or a new thing that they like doing. And that's what really keeps us ticking over. But if we lived at that level of heart palpitations all the time, we'd drop dead by the age of about 30, if not probably by the age of about 20, actually. And so what always happens invariably is one person or one side of the situation is sure to cool off and just go a bit quiet. All right. Doesn't mean that there's a problem, put it that way. All right. So what's actually happening at the moment with you and with Xenon, Farid, is that things are coming into balance. But the other side of this is we've got the rabbits blowing the trumpets. So there's like a clarion call. So it's, you know, as things are being allowed to go quiet, it's because good things are coming down the pike. Good things are coming towards you. Okay. Hope that helps, friend. Wish you the very best of luck with that. And thanks very much for joining us. Thanks also, Erin O'Nugent, for joining us. Nice to see you with us. Real nice to see you with us. Guys, if you've asked a question and I've missed it, please do type in again. It's just the way I work. And we're blessed with some new friends again tonight. So I'll explain this as quickly as I can while I'm taking another drink. Excuse my mucky chair, by the way. I'm going to paint over that. It's where the leatherette has worn away from my head as I watch videos in this very chair. What was I going to... Oh, yeah. Be prepared to type your question in a second or third time, because I work with spirit guides and they draw me to a name. Sometimes they draw the person to type in just on the moment, you know, and they say, go for that one that's just come up. Other times they just say, oh, look for that one, look for that one. Or they'll send a message to one of the moderators or one of you guys on the chat who will say, oh, that person had a question, Andy, and that will draw me to it. I do indeed live in Wales, Foxbuck. Yeah, probably a lot of witches there. Yes. Yes, indeed, there are loads of them. Now then, what did I say? Farid, Zinon and I, we're both men. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, honestly, same advice. My friend, that's what the card drew in for me. And I apologize. I don't really know the difference between men and women's names in some languages that I'm not too familiar with. But you're absolutely, absolutely welcome. That is absolutely totally valid. Anyone who says it isn't is blinking stupid, if you ask me. But your spirit guides knew, and that's who I link into when I'm guided to draw a card. So it holds good, Farid, and I wish you the very best of luck with that. I really do. Okay. Right. So will things will be okay. We're not in contact more than a month. Yeah, it is. It's what I said. It's that cooling off thing, it'll pick up again, because that card, where is it now? Yeah, this judgment card. It's all about things coming into balance. It really is. Okay. I wouldn't rush anything, but try and make contact if you can. Don't make it like he's got to ring you, sort of thing. Never mind about all that. Just try and make some gentle contact. Just talk about the weather. It doesn't have to be deep, but just to have that contact, just to be in touch. That's the way to go. Okay. No, sex has, people's sexuality has no influence whatsoever. I know some religions teach it, that you've got to be one thing or the other. But although spiritualism has been called a religion, it's just it's protected in law. If someone has a go at you for being a spirit, excuse me, for being a spiritualist, then the same laws that work against religious intolerance kick in, and people are just not allowed to do that in law. But we aren't a religion, and we certainly don't have any bad feelings about people's sexuality or anything like that, really and truly. And as Aspie Third Eye says, true love does not discriminate, and neither do spirit guides. I'm sure of that. And who on earth can be stupid? Millions of people, billions of people actually, but how can they be so stupid as to think of a concept like God or the divine or the great spirit or the universe, all the love that comes pouring in from the divine, from the universe? How can that possibly come pouring in? But it's only for one. You can only love one way. It has to be a man and a woman. And how on earth can that be the only way that love is meant to be, really? Yeah, well, sorry, got into a bit of a rant there, but it just kind of annoys me that that's still an issue. It's like racism. I can't believe racism is still an issue. Obviously, it is. But I was about 16 when I moved from a very white area. I joined the Air Force, and there were people like from all, well, it wasn't just a black-white thing, there's people from Gibraltar, there was people from I think there was a Japanese lady was married to one of the guys. You just met people from all over the world. My boss was a man from Trinidad, and I thought then surely it's in the next decade or so racism has just got to go away. Stupid, naive thing because it hasn't gone away. But how stupid that it hasn't gone away. And I really hope that all forms of prejudice will just go because our spirit guides, our God, our whatever, the universe, it creates us all for a reason. I believe it creates us all equal. We come into the world and we find ourselves very unequal in lots of ways, but we're meant to be equal and we're meant to be able to express whatever way we were made. We really, really were. Philip Corrigan is here. Good evening, Philip. Let me do Philip a card. Let me do Philip a Keepers of the Light card because I like to do these. One of my favourite decks. Let's just take a look at the back because this plays into my rant that I was doing a second ago. What we've got here is the Vesica Pisces, which is all about birth. And you can see, this is the universe all around it that is like birthing through what looks like an eye on its side. Birthing people, things, ideas, concepts, basically love being born into the universe. Okay, so Philip, let's take a look at a card for you, my friend. What have we here? Come here, come here, come here. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. There we are. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. And it says, choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. Okay. Pure and simple, really. Very healing colours, though. Very healing colours. Isn't the crown chakra very much emphasized in this as well? And this is how Kuan Yin works, of course, because Kuan Yin is a very powerful spirit guiding light. And we can see the 1,000-petal lotus flower on Kuan Yin's head there. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So I've no doubt that there are things coming in for you at the moment, Philip. No doubt about that at all. Oh, Cardamancy, Dallas tornado warning again. Oh, dear. God, you guys in Texas have had it pretty blooming hard, haven't you? Gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. Best of luck, guys. And, you're always in my prayers. Wherever the weather is crazy, you're always in my prayers because we get crazy weather here and it drives me crazy. Erin's son is with us. Hi, Erin. Just dropping in to say hi and hope you're well. Hope you're well too, Erin's son, Lisa. I hope you're really well too. Great to see you with us. Can't participate right now. Excuse me, that's a shame. But hey, thanks so much for dropping in. And thanks for keeping us all in your thoughts. Love and light and blessings to you as well from all of us, I am sure. Okay. Yeah, no, thanks, Cardamancy. I appreciate it, I really do. As Adrienne says, as AQ says, please, thumb, take time to like the video and subscribe. Beautiful viewers, thumb. Just made me think of Doreen Virtue there for a second. Linda Bishop had a friend who was stationed in the UK in the 1960s. Army, maybe. He loved his time there and the young people. Great. The 60s were a great time here, actually. Wow, I was born in 1963, so I sort of remember the late 60s. We had the moon landings and all that magic. And it was a time when we got closer to America, I think, in our hearts. Because, of course, I don't remember President Kennedy being assassinated because that was 1963. It was actually before I was born. I was born right at the end of 1963. But yeah, it was something that people were talking about a lot more in the 60s than they're talking about it now because it was fresh. And there was the moon landings as well. And that kind of united us all so much. So they were great times. And I've been quite nostalgic for those times lately because I bought a stand mixer. It's called a Kenwood Chef. I bought this stand mixer on eBay to help me make bread because it knackers your fists trying to knead bread all the time. So I gave in, bought this stand mixer, and just made me really nostalgic because there's this recipe book that came with it. And it's a 1960s mixer with 1960s recipes. And gosh, I'd have a heart attack if I ate that stuff. But yeah, they were good days. They certainly were. A group in the top 40 from Bradford. Amazing stuff. Right, Debbie Fitzsimmons is here. Hello, Debbie. Hi, Andy. Is there anything Spirit wants me to know? I can't remember, Debbie. Was it you who asked the question about the? Was it an alien that you saw? I in the last one, because when I closed my eyes and tried to tune in there, I saw like a flying saucer high above my head, very high above my head. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I saw. So give it as you get it, because it wouldn't make sense to me, would it? But someone's definitely shown me a flying saucer there for you, Debbie. Okay, I'm going to do a card as well. Let's go with messages from your animal spirit guides for this one. Okay, Shannon Golden, sure you can. I will come to you very shortly. Okay. But let's bring out those animal guide cards and see what we get. Okay. Right, what we've got, Debbie, is Debbie, isn't it? Yeah, so small writing on my screen here. What we've got here, this is a good time to go on a new adventure, and the card is Emu, right? Now you can see the emu is tightly framed in there with a very dark coloured frame, and on the outside of it is all that beautiful fresh green, which is a very healing kind of a colour. You didn't ask anything about aliens in the past. Coolio, I was just wondering, it seemed to remind me of something that came up last week. Okay. Well, think about it. Is there someone in the spirit world, Debbie, who is bang into aliens and flying saucers and stuff? Because I was just shown that so much. But it certainly goes with this message of going on a new adventure. Maybe you don't have to go to another planet in a spaceship, but really take yourself out of yourself, okay? Because what the emu is doing here is walking out of that tightly framed situation, which is a comfortable situation, but a little bit turbulent, a little bit cloudy in there, in amongst all that higher heart chakra pink. The thing to do is break through that frame and get out into the green. In other words, just go forward, be in a new situation, put yourself in new situations wherever you can, Debbie. Okay, because what they obviously want you to do is come out of not yourself exactly, but to really be yourself. Come away from the self that you're being forced to be at the moment. Maybe it doesn't feel like force, but the circumstances you're in are like affecting you more than is really, really good for your mission in life, for your spiritual walk through life. So, in a sense, break out. I don't know if that Swing Out Sister number Breakout was popular in the States. It certainly was in the UK. And that's the thing to do, is break out as much as you can. You did ask about the shadow that showed up on your night cam, right? There we go. Right, okay. Now I promised. Hello, J Cat Lady, by the way. She says, thank you everyone who sent love and healing light to my fur baby, Miss Spot. She's doing so much better today. That is wonderful to know. That is great news. Oh, well, we'll keep her in our prayers, though, J Cat Lady, and thank you so much for joining us. Okay. Now, Sharon Golden. I remember that name. I'm looking for your question. I'm going to find it in a second. Right, here we go. Sharon asks, could I ask for a card, Andy? Yes, you can. You have, and it's here. Should I write my twin flame? Danny's got a guy. Thank you so much, Danny, for all you do too, my friend. And I hope we'll do a collaboration soon, Danny. All right. I've been a bit slack about it. I've had a few setbacks. I'm not going to go on about that here and now, but I've had a few setbacks. But yeah, I'm going to email you soon, Danny. I'd love to have you on one of these shows if I possibly could. That'd be great. And to all my friends, if you don't already know Danny Shay at Bathrobe Tarot, look for that channel. Click his icon on the chat thing and you'll find his channel. Lovely, lovely energy. Real nice guy and real gifted reader as well, you know. Real gifted reader. Okay. So Shannon asks, can I ask for a card, Andy? Should I write my twin flame a tarot question if ever there was such a thing? So let's bring out Tarot in Wonderland again, because love is a wonderland, isn't it? Life is a wonderland, really. You know, you really learn that from using the Wonderland Tarot. And one or two people have said they'd like to get the Wonderland Tarot. Well, it's out there on Amazon. You know, it says Tarot in Wonderland on the box. Nice big box. It's by Barbara Moore with illustrations by Eugene Smith. It cost me about 30 British pounds the year before last. So it might be a bit more than that now, but it's a wonderful deck. We will, says Danny. Yeah, I'd love it too, my friend. Great. Well, we will do that. We will do that. Brilliant. Okay. Right, now then, Shannon asks, should I write my twin flame? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Because what we got is the Ace of Cups here. And the cups are representing our longings and desires. So that's what's coming up for you, Shannon. Right? This is like, what do you desire more than anything else? I think it's getting quite difficult for you to get on with your life for being concerned about this. The thing to do is take the situation in your hand. Okay? Way in the distance here, we've got a waterfall underneath heart chakra pink clouds, you know. So there is an absolute river of positivity there, you know. Tap into it. Don't ignore it. Don't be nervous about it, Shannon. Go for it. That's what the cards are saying. That's what I'm saying. Can never promise these things, but I'm pretty sure that's right. The only reason I can't promise them is the law. That's simple, right? I totally believe what I'm saying. So good luck with that, Sharon. And yeah, write your twin flame. That's the thing to do. Okie dokie dokie. Hello, Seascape. Hello, Marcia Humble. Thanks for being with us this fine evening. Yeah, do ask your question again, Gigi, because I can't find it now. He is cool, isn't he, Denise? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, best hair. I wish I had hair like Danny Shea. I really do, but I haven't. If I grew my hair, it'd still be bald all the way up here. So, yeah. Definitely the best hair on the planet. Okay, Gigi, I'm looking out for your question, right? But I can't find it yet. So please type it in again. Right now, I'm going to Virgo Queen with a pendulum question. Excuse me. Go on. We haven't had the pendulums yet tonight, and we're nearly an hour into the show. My goodness me. Nearly at the top of the first hour. Virgo Queen. God bless you too, Shannon. Go for it, my friend. Go for it. Okay. Hi, Andy. Will I find out if I'm pregnant this year? So pendulum, please. We get side to side or back and forth for no, and a circular motion for yes. Right, that is doing a circle, a very gentle circle. I feel it's going to be much later in the year, Virgo Queen. Right? I feel like after September, I'm not saying September, but I'm saying after September, it's right at the back end of this year, because that was a very slow movement that we got from the pendulum there. So there's not much energy behind it yet. That energy is going to build up. Okay, so much later this year, Virgo Queen. Hope that helps, and thanks very much for your question. Yeah, I wish I had hair like Celtic Sheila too, Ash. I think it looked quite good on me. Yeah, she has very beautiful hair. And she freaked me out a couple of months ago. She suddenly had this straight purple hair. And it was like spectacular, and I support her decision to do that. But I'm really glad she's got her normal hair back again. So it's very nice. Yeah, he has. Marcia says Danny has enough hair for you too. Yeah, he certainly has. He certainly has. Okay. Here we go. Found GGB's question. Ta-da! Right, here we go. Thanks so much. Let's do this one instead. Yeah, because there's like more emoticons on that. It looks better. More emoticons are very manifestational, by the way, guys. They're all part of the law of attraction, which a lot of people miss the point of the internet, you know. I'll do GG's question any second now. I'm sort of mentally working on it as I speak. But I want to say, right, there are There are spiritual people and practitioners who just despair of the internet and want nothing to do with it, and want things to be as they were before, kind of 20 years ago when it really took off. And there are spiritual practitioners who embrace it and go with it, which is what I'm doing. It's what Sheila's doing. It's what Danny's doing. It's what Whimsy's doing. It's what Nine's doing. All of us who do this, Lena G, I'm sorry, Lena something, the Australian lady, and Linda G, the Comanche psychic. Everyone you've seen, really, in our little group here that we've got going. We've all embraced the internet, and it is very, very powerful. And emojis are really a big part of that as well. I never use the one that looks like a brown ice cream cornet thing with eyes. It's just all going the wrong way if you do that. This is what we need, what Gigi has done here. We got flowers all over the thing, and we've got praying hands as well. And this is the manifestational power of the internet, which is massive, friends. I can't tell you how massive it is. So Gigi says, will I have surgery from my hand scheduled anytime soon? Right. Oh God, you can see I haven't shaved now. Oh, blimey, I must shave. Naughty. I must shave more often. Okay. I feel that's another pendulum question, actually, Gigi. I moved to draw a card for you on that one as well, okay? But we're going to start with the pendulum because it is a very straightforward question. Okay. So will Gigi B have surgery for her hand scheduled anytime soon, please? Pendulums, what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. We're finding out with a yes, and it took quite a while to get started, so I don't think it's going to be very soon. I'm sad to say, because I really have this feeling in my hand that suggests to me that if I had your hand, I'd find it quite painful. It feels like it feels as bad as cramp, only it doesn't go away. The cramp goes away, so we don't see it as a big thing. It feels like cramp that's there nearly all the time. So I hope it gets sorted out really soon. I really do. But my other hand has gone over here and picked up Tarot in Wonderland. So we're going to do a card for you on that for sure. We are. Okay. Seven of Swords. What a weird card to get in answer to a question like this. Right. Got to take a quick drink of water and just mull over this for a second, okay, Gigi? See, the Seven of Swords, it can denote several different things. What we've got is a thief, obviously, but the thief might be taking the swords as a funny joke or a trick like that, or he might be trying to show the owners of the swords that they should be more careful with their swords. He's either stealing them outright to pinch them and have them away, or he's going to come back and say, look, I got your swords. So what's this got to do with GGB's hand? Right, basically, Gigi, you've been thinking that even if you did get surgery, you would always have pain in this hand, right? But you won't, okay? That is a subconscious thing that none of us can help. But when you get a lot of pain going on and on and on, it tends to feel like it's never going to get sorted out. It's been delayed over a year due to the pandemic. There you go. That's it then. Right. It's basically the pandemic is a kind of a false situation. I know it's very, very real. Don't get me wrong. I'm a total believer in it. I really am. But the pandemic has meant that the world is kind of slightly the world is a slightly false version of itself. Okay. So yes, it will be basically. And I'm sure you're going to be quite a big priority as well. But don't forget, whatever you do, don't forget to get in touch with them and ask them about it, because there's been so much going on with the health services, with any health practitioners, doctors, nurses, clinics, anyone who works in health. They've had so much going on that things get forgotten, So make sure they know about it, Gigi. Give them hell, my friend. Okay. Not too much hell. Just let them know. Let them know. Okay. All right. Now then. So God Queen is asking, will it be one baby or twins, and any gender you get right now? Okay. Well, look, I'm cagey about this, right? Because when I was first trained to start working with people, I was told never give the sex of a baby, and things like that. So I absolutely can't promise anything. But what I've been told is twins, and it's a boy and a girl. Yeah, not two boys, not two girls, a boy and a girl, twins. That's what I've been given. Can't promise that, but that's what's come into my thoughts there as I've asked that question. And I wish you the absolute best of luck with that, Virgo. I really do. Okay. Ah, Gigi, you're a nurse, so you've been out for over a year. Right. Okay. Blessings to you too. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, I hope Roxy gets better soon, Linda. I really do. Yeah. The third eye is the pandemic, as Lisa says, the wrench in the cogs really is. Yeah, it's just thrown a wrench in the works of everything, hasn't it? Really has in such a big way. Cat May sending up prayers, great stuff. I'm sure we all do, actually. And yeah, I will light the candle for you too as we go forward. I really will. Candles, by the way, are a wonderful way of trying to manifest something, of asking for something, of sending healing, sending love, because the divine powers that we work with when we do that don't actually have physical energy of their own. They seem to be able to draw on it somehow. But when we light a candle, there is some physical heat generated. And I've got hiccups again. When we light the candle with spiritual intentions, that heat from the candle becomes part of the physical energy behind that intention. As an example, and many of you will have had experiences like this. When I first became aware that spirit were working with me, I didn't have a candle lit. I wasn't trying to find out if spirit were interested in me. I didn't know about them, and yet somehow they had the energy to communicate with me and get me started off. Really, As Sam says, prayers can be answered differently. They really can. It's the true thing. But yeah, Sharon, that's it. It's some physical energy that you put out there, It's a bit like using a crystal, okay? We don't always see crystals as having physical energy, but they do. How many of our watches and clocks and things are powered by quartz computers even, Crystals are doing something physically. That's part of the nature of them. That's why they're so appealing to our everyday eyes, because they're beautiful as well as cosmic, and it's they have some energy. They really do. Yeah. Liz Crafts is here. Sorry, she's late. Well, Liz, that can't be helped. Better late than never, my friend. I'm really glad you joined us. Beverly Spencer is sending healing energy. Sharon Sipe is sending prayers and love and big hugs to everyone. Wonderful. And I'm sure we all send that to you too, actually. And Gigi saying many blessings to everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Hey, Rick, good to see you with us, my friend. Really is. Okay. Erin O'Neill asks a pendulum question. Was it a bad idea to move back to Arkansas? I'm reaching for my pendulum. I'm just going to rehydrate again. I'm drinking lots of water tonight, but you really should. Not psychics should, most certainly, because it helps with it a lot. It clears the last question and brings in the energy for the next one. But drink more water, folks. Get a Berkey filter as well. You don't want any of the stuff that comes out of the faucet these days. Ooh. Oh, that is nice. I absolutely love tea. I'm a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker. I love tea, but there's just nothing like pure, clear, filtered water. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, okay, Erin O'Nugent, was it a bad idea to move back to Arkansas? Let's have a look. No, no, it wasn't. That's a definite no. And I guess since you've asked that question, Erin, I guess, in fact, I'm sure that you're feeling that maybe it was a bad idea. Maybe it doesn't feel like a good idea to you, basically. Okay. For some reason, I've got Bill Clinton on my mind, and I know he comes from Little Rock, Arkansas, but I know that. I don't know why I'm suddenly being shown that. And I'm also being shown a sharpening stone. Somewhere I've got an Arkansas sharpening stone, particularly good for sharpening knives with. So why am I being shown that? I mean, I know that. Why am I being shown that? I don't know. I'm going to pull a card for you on this, Erin, to see what we get. Drink more water, ocean. Right. So that's the card I get on that. Okay. And what ocean is really telling you here, actually, Erin, is that if you can mentally kind of feel more positive about Arkansas, it's got a lot to offer you, really. And the significance of drink, you might be wondering what's the significance of drink more water. So was I for a second. But it brings in new ideas, new ways of thinking. When you drink water, it moves things along. And I was shown the sharpening stone because basically you're quite early in your experience of Arkansas. And as you spend more time there, it's going to kind of sharpen up your experience, because your experience is quite dull of Arkansas at the moment, Erin, and you're going to be it's just going to be sharpened up and things are going to make sense. It's taking time to make friends. Yeah. It's definitely taking more time than you would like it to make new friends. That's the case everywhere, my friend, because, the pandemic. I pride myself on making a few new friends every year. It's something I look forward to in life. Since the pandemic started, I've made 3 new friends, which is like much less than usual. And I wish life would flow a bit faster, but it's speeding up again now. Things are changing. Life is speeding up again. We're not out of the woods yet. There are new variants and stuff, but we are getting through this, guys. As an example, the 1918 flu pandemic went on for 3 years before it really resolved itself nicely. Time will move on, and time will bring us an answer. That's the bottom line. But I'm going to say, stick it out if you can, Erin. Okay, things are going to be better in Arkansas for you. So, say your prayers, draw in the best, visualize the highest, best good happening for you and your situation and everyone around you in Arkansas. Okay. So Cat May is good to listen to. Oh. The chat changes so quickly. You need to use this as a healing time and allow this time to strengthen you, but keep your eye. Opportunity will show when you're ready for it. I couldn't agree more. Excellent stuff, Kat. Right, okay. Now, yeah, I spotted your question, Mark. Let's have a look for it now, mate. Let's have a look for it now. Okay. Right. Do you know if the hackers or my future helpers have read my reward poster yet? All I can do, mate, is ask the question of the pendulum. Let's see what we get. Marcy is in the house. I'm not going to look because she'll run away if she knows I want her to come up here. She won't do it. It's given me a no, Martin. It's given me a no. But in my mind, I'm hearing, give it more time. Okay, give it more time because that situation is going to resolve itself. Yeah, I don't feel you're going to get everything back that you should get back. You're not going to get everything you deserve back from it, but you're going to get something back. It's not over. It's really not over, my friend. So thanks for the question. I totally wish you all the best with that. Erin, you're very welcome. Tremendously helpful. Great. And yeah, this whole group is therapeutic, is it not? I find it like that as well. I really do. Okay. Aspie hopes to retire to the Arkansas, Missouri Ozark Mountains. It's gorgeous there and more liberal. That's no bad thing. And I had an Ozark guitar once. I no longer have it. I have my. Where are we going? You can just about see my Telecaster there. But I used to have an Ozark acoustic guitar, which I absolutely loved. It's a wonderful guitar. It really was. Yeah, so Sam says, yeah, sometimes I don't see their requests either. I'm a bit useless like that. I'm afraid it's kind of potluck. But I'm also a bit like a pendulum or a tarot card, you know. Sometimes when you spill a tarot card on the floor, there's a reason for it. Like, that video I put up earlier today, which would have been like in the middle of the night for you guys in the States and Canada. It's like a 6-minute tarot video because I prayed for inspiration, as I always do. Because I don't make videos unless there's some inspiration. You know, I think that's quite important. For a long time, I made a video every day, and that was because I was getting an idea for it every day. I won't make a video unless there's some spiritual kind of something comes to me. And this morning it really did, because I found 2 cards from the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus out on top of my computer. I'm sure they weren't there last night. So they had to be there for a reason. And it was the 1 of Moons and the 10 of Stars. So it kind of showed a whole journey going on there. It really did. So there's always a reason for everything. That's the bottom line there. And me missing your question is sometimes because it wasn't meant to be. Right. Going to Aspie Third Eye. Will I get the other job I applied for with my current employer? Another good one for the pendulum, but let's change the pendulum out for this one again and just kind of change, use different, get some fresh energy. That's what I'm thinking. Not different energy, fresh energy. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a big yes. That's quite a big yes. I think you're going to find out in a month or so, maybe 6 weeks, month and a half. I think you're going to find out then, Aspie. Good luck with that. I don't think you're going to need luck. I think it's written in the stars already, but manifest it, okay? Sometimes physically you have to just wait passively, but psychologically and psychically, you can always wait actively by kind of trying to manifest the thing to happen, trying to kind of keep it real, see it real, visualize and believe that it's really going to happen in the real world. Okay. Hope that helps, and I wish you the best of luck with that, Aspie. Yeah, that's slow. You applied in March. I know what you mean. Let me tell you guys something, right? Sometimes I see YouTubers and they're having a bad time and they'll make a video about what a bad time they're having and they'll be down and miserable. It's just it's crap to watch. I don't enjoy. I feel for those people, but I don't enjoy the videos. So I'm just going to say this very quickly. I've had a bit of a setback, and I'd just like to share it with you. Okay. As you know, I was really excited to reach 1,000 subscribers, and then I reached the magic 4,000 hours a year figure, and I've been allowed to, YouTube are allowing me to monetize, but I haven't been able to do that, and I haven't put the super chat there because I have a disability. I'm on a disability pension, and if I earn more than a certain amount of money, because it's a state pension, they will decide that I'm capable of holding down a job, which I'm not, but they'll decide that I am, and they'll stop my pension unless I apply to do the YouTube channel with the support of an organization that assists disabled people. And in the UK, that's called Remploy, or the one I've applied to is. And they take about 20 days to answer an email. So it's just dragging, and it's really getting on my tripe. It really is. But it's going to sort itself out pretty soon. I'm sure of it, in 20 days or so. Then I can put a super chat button there, and then won't that just be fabulous? Meanwhile, if you would like a reading, the readings I do, I'm getting quite busy actually, but it's all still well within what I'm allowed to earn. So if you'd like a reading, please do get in touch. I can also offer you a birth chart, an astrological birth chart, and they're great actually. because what you'd need to do is give me your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth. And then Marcy will jump on your lap if you're lucky. Hey, here she is, my beautiful Pussycat. She's come to stay. This is what we like. And then I type all that into my computer, and my computer gives me information about each planet, all of the planets in our solar system, and all the asteroids as well, which are Ceres, Pallas, Athena, Vesta, and another one I can't remember. But basically, you would get a report about exactly what each of those planets means to you in your life. And I can do those quicker than the psychic readings, because it's not actually psychic to do those readings. You know, I have to limit the psychic readings to like 2 a day to make sure I've got enough psychic energy, to be able to do them in a really positive, powerful way. Astrology is statistics. It's been observed since, well, the version we use at the moment has been observed since 3000 BC in ancient Babylon, I think. It's ancient Babylonian astrology that underpins everything. So it's more factual, you know. I can produce a birth chart quickly for you, and rather more cheaply, actually, in most cases. So if you'd like, excuse me, if you'd like one of those, do please get in touch, guys. Do please get in touch. Okay, Kathy Watson, sending prayers, Twig, for what you are needing. Thank you very much, Kathy. God bless you. Thank you very much for that, and I wish you all the best too. Great to see the cat on the live show. Sure is, Philip. Tinkerbell is almost a feral cat, right? They're both sisters. Marcy and Tinkerbell are both sisters, and their mother was a feral cat who my friend Sammy took in. Female Sammy, by the way, Samantha. She took them in, and she took this feral cat in, and her name is Baby, actually. And anyway, Baby had 3 kittens: Ollie, who still lives with Sammy's mum, and Marcy and Tinkerbell, who I'm delighted to have here. And Tinkerbell has really inherited the feral thing. So now it's not the middle of winter. She's out all the time. She comes in for food, and then she's out again, mousing, hunting, doing whatever she does. Marcy, on the other hand, is an absolute cuddle bunny who doesn't really want to be on camera. Oh, okay, it's okay. It's okay. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she is much more domestic, basically. It's strange that 2 sister cats could be so different, but they really are. Yeah, feral rescues are, yeah, absolutely, and they do. They really appreciate it, actually, yeah. They do. I've done it myself. In fact, there's a feral cat at the moment who hangs around outside, and sometimes I hear the cat flap go while both cats are actually in the house, and I know it's him. And he comes in and takes the food, and he pinches it and runs off with it. I actually put extra food out for him. It's no problem. It's so cheap, you know. And I buy sacks of cat food, which saves loads of money doing it that way. And I've like got 20 kilos of cat food, so it doesn't matter if he comes and eats a little bit. But like feral cats, he's very territory conscious, and I'd be quite happy for him to live in the house if he wants to, but you know, no, he's got to leg it outside. But I'm sure he appreciates it. I really am. Linda Bishop has been a vegetarian for 48 years. Good for you. Good for you. That's not always an easy one either. It's easier these days to be vegetarian because it's catered for. Veganism is catered for. When I first went vegetarian in the 1980s, people just gave you a funny look. If you went out for a meal somewhere, everyone else was having steak and meat and fish and stuff. And you said you're a vegetarian. You just get a plate of cabbage and cheese with some onions or something like that. It was hopeless. Much better now. So, yeah, well done, because 48 years ago, it was not easy. Believe me. Really. Shannon, no need to apologize, Shannon, honestly. And I do ask for little donations if people can manage it. It's very welcome and it helps me a lot. But please, friends, never feel like you've got to give me a donation. Honestly, I've got reading work coming in all the time. My guides seem to make sure that I get looked after one way or another. The last thing I ever want to do is make people feel like they've got to be sorry and apologize that they haven't got money at the moment. Yeah, best of luck. Absolutely, for a tooth removal, wow, you're going to need that doing, Yeah, you get a reading whenever you want, Shannon. That is fine with me, my friend. That really is. And thanks for the thought. April Evans asks, Andy, I have a question. Hopefully I'll have an answer. Why do I keep getting violet flame angels? Right, I think we need this one. This is always the deck I go for when the violet flame gets involved. Ascended Masters. Let's just have a quick shuffle rather than just blindly cutting the deck, actually, and see what we get. Okay. Parvati, positive change. Change is going on, right? The violet flame we associate it with healing. We associate it with magic in so many ways. It's also a flame of transmutation. And there's the word that Doreen Virtue used to use a lot, but it's a positive word. Excuse me a minute. Oi, Marcy, stop that. Suddenly trying to tear the curtain down from the window. Very naughty cat. Sorry. Right. Positive change, right? This is what transmutation is all about. And transmutation basically is, something that's negative in your life is going to be transformed into something positive. The reason you're getting angels involved with this is that they're really wanting to get your attention to keep in that manifesting frame of mind as much as you can, April, because positive change is really, really happening. I was going to say it's trying to happen, but it's not. It's happening. I'm sure it is trying to happen. It's trying to keep happening, but it is actually happening. So just bask in the light of that violet flame, April. Okay, it's a wonderful thing. It can't do you any harm. It really can't. And the angels are around just because, they love you. They want to help you. They know you love them. It's mutual. The more manifestational thoughts you put into these things, April, the better it goes, the better things come into your life and happen for you, So thanks for that question. I totally wish you all the best with that. Yeah, she is spirit hunting in the curtains. Yeah, I just don't want my curtains torn down. This place used to be a tip. And over the last few years, I've just realized I was getting older. First, I was like 50. And then in my mid 50s, I realized I was going to be 60 soon. And I wanted to make the house a bit nicer. So I put net curtains up. And Marcy was just trying to tear one down there, hunting for spirit there. Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay. Beverly asks, how's the roof holding up? Thanks for asking, Beverly. Hope you're good, by the way. Yeah, it's holding up really well, thanks. We've had several big storms. It's only been about 2 or 3 weeks ago it got fixed, but it's been tested to the limit. We've had massive storms, and it's holding up really well, thanks. And I had a blessing there in a big way, and we'd all been praying to manifest a good outcome for that, and we got it. There's a very, very good, very expensive professional roofer who lives just up the road from here, who turned out to be a friend of a friend. And he just didn't charge me too much money for it. It wasn't cheap, but he could have charged me a lot more, If I'd gone through his firm, I would have had to hire scaffolding and have that all fixed to the side of the house and everything. And he said it would have cost me £500 before he even got up there just to have the scaffolding there. And actually it came in at £160, and £100 is $140. So what's 6 4s, 24, would have been something like $224, I think is what it cost. But that is absolutely nothing for the beautiful job that he did. He's a real professional roofer, and he's done it very, very well indeed. I'm delighted with it. So, and Gigi is sending prayers of abundance to Andy. That is so kind of you guys. Thanks so much. guys. Thanks so much. We are moving towards the end of the session at this point. I'm open to a couple more questions before I go. Pamela McKenzie says, good evening. Love, light, and peace to you and to you, Pamela. And sending healing to Roxy. Great stuff. Okay, now then. Mary Ann S., hi to you, says May 26th, 2021, a supermoon lunar eclipse. Absolutely. Very powerful time. Great time for cleaning energy in your home and charging crystals. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for that, Mary Ann. I don't think enough about that, really. Beverly Spencer, message from my mum. Okie dokie. Here we go. So I'll do Beverly Spencer and I'll do Kathy Watson. And I'm going to stop after that, guys, okay? Because the energy drops and then I can't do quite so much. In fact, I'm even going to use a card for this, Beverly. I'm going to use an angel card for you on this one. From Ask an Angel by Tony Carmine Salerno. Wonderful psychic artist, this Tony Carmine Salerno. Right, yeah. It's a message and a half, because what we've got for you, Beverly, when I ask for a message from your mum, is guardian angel, special message. So 2 things there to start with, Beverly. Your mum is something of a guardian angel to you and is looking out for you from the spirit world, sees what goes on, understands all your feelings, you know, wants me to say that any ill feelings from the past are just gone, dealt with. When they go into spirit, they see how it really was, you know. So everything's fine. Everything's fine. Special message means that you're going to get some kind of special message soon in this world, in this life. Something in the post that you've been waiting for coming soon. It's going to be a different answer to what you're waiting for. It's going to be better than what you're expecting. That's the feeling I get quite strongly. Okay, but something is coming. An envelope, possibly even a brown envelope bearing good news coming through the door pretty soon. That's on its way to you. Okay. And Kathy Watson, I'll come to you, but I'm going to do Seascape as well. Why not? Let's stick with angel cards for Seascape. Seascape for you, what we have is Archangel Uriel. And it's alchemy. All right. Light your fire. See how fiery the image is in this card. Okay, it's like a fire angel around you, Seascape. So you want to kind of light your fire spiritually, you know, try and sort of get all enthusiastic about it again, get things happening, get things moving. Thanks for your question, and thanks, as always, for your support, Seascape. Sorry that's short and sweet, but the energy's going low at this point. So I'm coming to Kathy Watson. Anything I should know for this week? Let's do you an angel card, my friend. Okay. Okay, what we've got for you, Kathy? Jeremiah. Right. Clarity. Clarity is coming to you this week. There's stuff you want cleared up. There's stuff that you think you probably never find an answer for. Right. But don't give up on it. Because this is you, Kathy, this lady, looking up at the heavens and wondering, just thinking, what on earth is going to happen? Or what on earth? Not so much what's going to happen is why are things the way they are. Healing is coming to that situation in the next week, Kathy. All right, and clarity is coming. You'll know more a week from now than you know today, and things are going to make a lot more sense. If you're feeling baffled at all, you just things seem crazy to you, then you know things are healing. Things are going the right way. So thanks so much for your question. Okay, Emily says. Yes, I know she's around. Same with your friend Rick. Great. You hear Rick, but don't hear your mum. They communicate in different ways, Beverly, and I think this is worth mentioning. Actually, I sometimes dream of family members who have passed away. There's only my sister and myself left at this point, actually. I sometimes see them in dreams, and for example, my grandfather never says a word in these dreams. But I know he's with me because a psychic artist picked up and sketched a picture of a man and handed it to me. And so I think this man knows you. And yeah, it was a picture of my grandfather on my mother's side. So I know he's real. I know he's there. Never says a word. Don't know why. Don't know why. But yeah, your mum is most definitely around you. Most definitely. Okay. So, right, a final card for you all, most certainly. Tell you what, I'm going to do one for Hannah Brown. I just feel like it. My guides would tell me to stop right now if I had to stop right this second. But I'll do one for Hannah Brown. I'll do a card for everyone watching, actually. And one of the good things about doing a card for everyone who's watching is that this includes everyone who's watching the replay, which is a lot of people, actually. And I should have welcomed you guys earlier in the video. I just go, it goes live and I start talking and I forget what I'm doing. But guys, if you're watching the replay, thanks so much, especially if you're still with us this long into it. You are absolutely my heroes. Hannah Brown, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. The message of this card is you are already doing it. I'm going to bring it back just so you can take a look. Beautiful card, this. Right, your journey is underway. This is your spiritual journey. I feel it's also your journey through the physical world. It's well underway, okay? And you are on the way to manifesting what you want. It is coming in. It's going to happen. Keep thinking positive, Hannah, okay? Because things will just keep getting better one way or another. This is happening. This is really happening, Hannah. Thanks so much for your question. Where's Adrienne's thing that she put in? Hannah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. Right. A final card. And we'll make it a Moonology card. It's been something of a tradition with the lives. And this is a thank you to all you guys in the chat. And this card is for all of you who are watching the replay as well, because I really appreciate that. And there's no time in the spirit world, you know, past is, present is future. It all mingles into one thing. So if you're watching the replay, your energy is here now, and I'm very grateful for it. Okay, here we go. This is the card for everyone, and it's a good one. Expect powerful change, and it's a new moon eclipse. And this speaks volumes, yeah, because the all that light is coming out from behind the moon there, because it's a new moon eclipse. So the moon is passed right in front of the sun, and so it's a total eclipse, really. But the light is shining out all around the edges of it, and sometimes things happen that block the light out of our lives and bring us unhappiness. And the point is, there is always some light coming in when that happens. It's very easy to get depressed and give up. People can't help getting depressed. Goodness me, I've been depressed. I know what it's like, and I'm sure you guys do too. But there's always light there, you know. There's always some power in the darkness. There's always a light waiting to shine. So, friends, look for the light behind the darkness. That is just about the message from spirit to everyone, is always something to do with that. Certainly my message to you guys tonight, or this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are in the world. So I'm going to say love, light, blessings, and peace. And I'm going to say thanks again, and good afternoon or good morning.